Well, diversity is America's greatest strength. In fact, it's our only strength. Everybody says that over and over again, so obviously it's true. Or is it true? Maybe you ought to ask your neighbors what they think. Oh, wait, you may not be able to understand them. They may not speak English. A new report by the Migration Policy Institute finds that 22% of all Americans do not speak English at home. Todd Dubois is a spokesman for U.S. English, and he joins us tonight. So, Todd, I'm going to right to the concern. Hello. It's not that, you know, everyone should be forced to speak English because English is so great. The point is that countries that are not united by a language and a common culture tend to break apart, do they not?
That is absolutely correct. And in fact, pretty recently, the Pew Research Center did a study in 2016 that was published in 2017, and they were looking at global attitudes, and they found that majorities in every country, and 9 in 10 Americans, in fact, considered language knowledge vital to your identity as a citizen. And in fact, 9 in 10 Americans consider English very important as part of an American identity, and so we should be.
Well, sure. I mean, if you're going to completely change the population of the country, okay, you can make a case for that, but you can't make a case for doing that without having everyone unite behind a commonality, a common language. Harry Reid, several years ago, when an English-only bill came through Congress, described it as, quote, racist, even though language is not a racial category. What exactly is the argument against making English the official language?
Well, it's quite absurd from the point of view of my organization, U.S. English. The general meme is it's somehow sending a divisive message, that it's saying that those who don't know English are somehow not welcome. That is absolutely not the case. In fact, in just this April, we polled likely voters in this country, and 73%, 7 in 10, agreed English should be the official language. That included majorities of Republicans, independents, and even Democrats, 59%. Yes. And we've also found in general polls through many years that, over 80%, 4 out of 5 Americans generally agree with it. There is broad support for this, and English is certainly important. Brookings Institute did a study called Investing in English Skills in 2014. Working-age adults that don't know English well, they earn 25 to 40% less than those who do know English.
So what was, I'm just interested, what were the numbers among African American voters on the question of speaking English? Were they supportive, or did they think it was racist to ask people to speak English?
I believe that was about 7 out of 10, and for ethnicities
Right.
other than white and black, it was also over 70%. It was quite impressive.
Exactly. So there's no racial divide on that question, because, in fact, it unifies us to speak the same language, obviously. So ignore the propaganda. Todd, thank you. Great to see you.
Yes, I think it's very unfortunate that some politicians would want to try to be divisive about it and demagogue it. In reality, it's support for English is very broad-based, and it's going to be very important. Right. You were talking about Spanish speakers. We have the population of Spain here. Yep.
Exactly. Great to see you, Todd. Thank you. Well, we've invited